One, two, 1, 2. What a day, people. What a day. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. It's quite an struggle today. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. We're live in a minute. How are you guys feeling today? It's a discount day. Jimmy, welcome. Top, welcome. 1 sec, ladies and gentlemen. Let me put a quick tweet out. Okay, there we go. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm yours truly, the one and only Coin Baron. And today it's going to be a bit of a different stream because I am super ill. So today, no cam stream. Let's talk about only the charts today. So I hope you guys don't mind to see a sick Coin Baron. I thought about not doing the stream today, but honestly, so many things happened today, ladies and gentlemen. So many things happened. But for example, today, the CRO price going back to historic lows, I would say. Historic lows. I make it a bit more sentimental than it really is, I think. Yes, I also believe that today is a bad day. It's minus 14%. I saw it minus 14%. But I think it's good. I think it's honestly good. I talked about this in one of my tweets, so if you guys follow me on X, make sure you do, because I literally tweeted about this yesterday. So what I look at is, I tried, this is the weekly close, ladies and gentlemen, of course. This is the weekly close, so we take a look at, you know, how the week is closing. Very important candles. But we also had the monthly close, and I think those two are very important. My belief was that we would go back to this dotted line here. And so we did. And so we did. And a lot more quickly, though, than I thought beforehand. So I'm not always right. Right now I'm looking at my A-ball. I'm asking my A-ball, will we dump today any further? The A-ball is saying no. But the question is this really a fake out? That's the question. I think it's a good question if on top. Is today just a fake out? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let's also not beat about the bush, ladies and gentlemen. If you are a Crow fan or Crow holder, we're currently down about 50%. If you bought up here, you're down 50%. The good thing, though, about the many people I see in here is that the majority of people did not buy up here. They bought down below here. Like I mentioned, you buy in the green zone. You buy in the green zone. But why do I think it's a good buy moment? So this is no financial advice, but what I'm personally doing right now, I'm taking a look at this here, right? This is a monthly candle here on the Crow Rainbow chart. By the way, John, blessings. Strapped in, ladies and gentlemen. Are you strapped in today? Are you strapped in today? But what you could beautifully see here is that on the monthly candle, so it goes down to this dotted line. Back then it was about 7 cents, so this is a logarithmic line, so it goes up in due time. But it touches the line, goes a bit below it even, and then in the same month, or the next month actually, we go up massively. We go up massively, go back to the blue band. That's kind of what I'm hoping for right now as well. So if we would actually get that exact bar pattern, let me see what we got. Something like this. Something like this here. That would bring us to about 25 cents. The only thing is, what I'm really watching right now, ladies and gentlemen, is this here, the Bitcoin dominance. And I got some news stories as well today, so make sure you're strapped in. Make sure you hit the like button. And make sure you subscribe as well. Because I do think yes, of course, I'm always bullish. I have a bullish bias about CRO. I've got a bullish bias about Bitcoin in general. Because I know I have a firm belief. I've got a firm belief that we will have a crazy 2025. So we have bad moments, we have good moments. I would like to remind you guys though, please go back to November. Go back to November. Whoa. 1 sec, ladies and gentlemen. Go back to November and then imagine that feeling of pumping to about 20 cents times 10. That's what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we're talking about. That is what we're talking about. Also, some people were saying to me on Twitter that yeah, what you actually saw, and I have to actually raise it a bit, is that we had a beautiful retest today on the 0.786 line, also corresponding to 10.30 cents. So that's interesting. That is interesting. BSS, whomever survives these lows will be greatly rewarded down the road. I couldn't agree more with that, Mr. BSS. I couldn't agree more with that. But how low do you think this will take us? I think we have seen the lows for now. But again, that's my personal feeling here. It's my personal feeling. I don't have a crystal ball. That's the honest truth here. I do not have a crystal ball. But hey, it's according to at least some technical analysis. But let me go back to this once more. I talked about this last week as well, or maybe, I think actually it was on Wednesday or Thursday. So we talked about Bitcoin dominance, and right now it broke this range. Super huge. Super huge, ladies and gentlemen. Super huge. Right now we're above 60%, which is a very important level according to the Fibonacci scale as well. But my thinking process here, is that we probably, we're going to basically the same highs as here. We might see one more attempt at really breaking up for Bitcoin dominance. But my personal belief here is that this will be a double top. If you guys don't know, looks a bit like an M pattern. Reverse W. So that should bring us down. That should bring us down in the short term to about, 53%. Give or take. But in the longer term, it could bring us down to cycle lows. I'm looking at the cycle lows a bit in between here, right? I don't think we'll have that crazy alt season this year round. Basically, my belief is that Bitcoin dominance will drop as low as about 48%. And that's enough. That's enough. If Bitcoin dominance drops to about 48%, that's good. Altcoins can still pump. But the only big problem, of course, with altcoins right now is that there are so many different options. It's a bit diluted. It's a bit diluted. That's the honest truth. Anyway, so those are the charts. These are the charts. If you guys have got any questions, let me know. I got a question here from Swerver. CRO down and panicking. Every token right now is down. Don't worry, altcoin season will eventually come in the coming months. Again, I can't agree much more. The big thing, ladies and gentlemen, is that what doesn't change is human emotions. What does not change is human emotions. If people get greedy with altcoins, and that will happen once more, I believe so, that will happen once more, then we will see CRO pump, we will see XRP pump, we will see Solana pump. And then, like Edward says, it will be totally discount day. It would be totally discount day. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. I see 40 people watching, guys. Please hit the like button. Again, today it's an ill stream, no cam, but I'm free, of course, to answer all your questions. What a beautiful time to have cash on the side. Yeah, exactly, Marty. Exactly. What are you buying, Marty? What are you buying? Bitcoin, ETH, Solana? Pro. Will Johnson is concerned. Will, why are you concerned? Let's go to a few news stories today, because these dumps in the weekend do not happen just out of the ordinary, right? They do not just happen like this. I want to go to a few news stories today. We talked about this one already a bit. Bitcoin dominance back to about 60% as altcoins slowly bleed. Well, slowly, Bitcoin is still about 100k. I think Solana is down 33%. I think BNB is about the same down. XRP is down to about 260. Ooh, the CME gap is at about 102k. Will Johnson is saying. Dollar's going all in really on H2 finance. I also quickly want to mention that, ladies and gentlemen, because you have to really take care about your own security and risk. Because what we had today on the Cronos chain, and I want to quickly mention is this here. So, hi everyone, we have taken MeowSwap, which is a DEX on the Cronos chain. We've taken it completely offline. Please revoke all your permissions. Earlier this morning, we noticed that multiple projects on Cronos chain were getting wallet drains and dumped. Wallet drained and dumped. All fingers are pointing towards a developer that's worked on multiple Cronos projects. So here we got 3 names for him. CryptoCook, Solidity, and Solidity _. So basically, he has been abusing people that really want to build a new project on Cronos chain. And right now, he's actually offloading. He's offloading. Let me go to a different account, because somebody, Destruction, the founder really of Crow with Knife, has been completely following this. So he kind of found out. So here we got the contract. And in the end, I'm not going to the whole thing here. In the end, he sent all the funds to crypto.com. We are oversold on crypto.com. It's really sad, ladies and gentlemen. The question though is right now, can maybe crypto.com do something about this, or is the money already gone? It's affected not only MeowSwap, is affected, I think, Crow Crash, Ham, and a few other tokens as well. So what I can say, so Todd is really bullish about the H2 project. That is so far been the most reliable DEX. Anyways, yeah, it's sad, ladies and gentlemen. It is sad, but okay, it's fine as well. So Marty is buying more and more Crow. I thought about 11 cents Crow was possible, but the speed of today drop was really surprising. In the end, it wasn't that surprising, because, as also the title of this video, Bitcoin falls below 100k following Donald Trump's imposing import tariffs. So, as you might have heard, right now Donald Trump and the US administration are talking about trading tariffs for both, not only China, Canada, Mexico, but also the European Union. And today, we got the first responses. So Canada already said, well, if you guys want to see more trading tariffs in Canada for Canadian products, well, let's also do about 25% on US products. And the same was for Mexico. And the same is kind of true for China. And the European Union trade tariffs have not been confirmed yet, but they will be coming. It's an interesting economic strategy. I would say that Donald Trump is somewhat right. There is a big trading deficit. There's a big trading deficit really for the US government. But with more trading tariffs, things are not getting cheaper. Not getting cheaper for the generic US citizen. It is crazy, but this really spooked the market, because not really the trading tariffs, right? It's not like that crypto will be tariffed to hell. It is more about the effect really on inflation. It's a bit crazy to think about, but you have to really understand that everything coming in from Canada, everything coming in from Mexico, from China, is getting a bit more expensive, or Not just a bit, a lot more expensive for those US citizens. And that will have an effect in quite a short term for really the US inflation numbers as well. And the US inflation numbers, they are one of the most instrumental parts for the Fed to determine should we higher or should we lower interest rates. Also, you do see that this news directly impacted as well what happened to Bitcoin. Well, it is really mainly altcoins. And why is it mainly altcoins? It's all about quantitative tightening, QT. You might have heard this term before, quantitative tightening. Really, it is only saying that, what are we talking about? It's really only saying that there's no money printing. They're still buying up debts, or they're not buying up debts anymore. There's no new money created right now. Even different, they're reducing the M2 money supply. They are reducing the M2 money supply. So altcoins, they really thrive, and also Bitcoin dominance falls when there is quantitative tightening. So this news was really bad, really, for, I would say, for Bitcoin dominance, if anyone is holding some altcoins like me. In the end, though, I do not think it will change much. I do not think it will change much in the bigger picture. And I will go to that in a minute. Let's first talk about a bit of questions here. Right now, I see Edgar strapping in. Edgar is talking about a 6-cent CRO. Still buying at 6 cents. Let me quickly check if my rainbow chart allows for 6 cents. My rainbow chart does not go as low. $0.08. 8 cents would be the absolute worst case. 8 cents. According to my rainbow chart, but well, it's of course no absolute science. Oscar is saying today are beautiful days. A lot of buying opportunities arise today. I do agree there. PZK, PWF, discount time. Real question is the macro scenario, rates, stereo, etc. Exactly. It is macro very bad, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not beat about the bush about that as well. Tomorrow, the stock market will open up. And Bitcoin, I think it is only a precursor of what's going to happen tomorrow on the stock market. I think all the S&P 500 stocks will fall down. And the funny thing about that, though, is let's say we actually induce a small crisis, a small recession. Let's say we get a small recession. That might actually push the Fed to start the money printer again. So we have quantitative easing. So it's I would say short term it is really bad. Long term, I don't know. Solid Snake, hard times for crypto right now. CRO and almost everything falling down. Still holding some Mary though. I hope I'm doing right. The funny thing, ladies and gentlemen, about Solid Snake here, Solid Snake comes in every week. Solid Snake comes in every week. The unfortunate thing is, Solid Snake is losing more and more trust, I would say, in the Mary project. I mean, his smileys are becoming less and less favorable. It is not risk time yet. It is not risk time yet. So that's also what we see here with the Bitcoin dominance, right? But I think the time will come for more risky assets. This was really sad, though. I don't know if you guys have watched Ethereum. I don't know if you guys have watched Ethereum. Today it's holding right at about the 50-day, I think. But this was really sad. So let me quickly release this here. So you saw we tried to escape here with Ethereum, this downward trending line. But we actually had a big crash from that line. And we're back at the lows. And I also want to reiterate, ladies and gentlemen, that Ethereum is the motor. Ethereum is the motor for altcoins. If Ethereum is going to perform well, altcoins will follow. Has so far always been the case, and as long as history is not changed, I will believe still that theory is true. Diamond J strapped in here from the US. What do you think, Diamond J? How do you think about the trading tariffs? Oh, wait a minute. Marty has a CRO average at about 6 cents. Wow. Beautiful, dude. I unfortunately bought in a bit higher last cycle. Not last cycle. I bought in here in February 2024. I think at about 12 cents. So right now, it's not like I'm break even. I'm still definitely above break even. But I think the majority of people watching right now is at least not underwater. Watch out though, guys, for anything with loans. Then make sure you're not getting liquidated. Thanks, Knight. Thanks. So we got a comment here by Chris Marceau. Chris knows exactly what he's doing with CRO. So we're talking about the CEO, Chris, not Chris as a person. Not one single person knows what crypto will do. Just buy and hold. It is very simple. Don't get shaken out. CRO is a sleeping giant. Wake up, people. And I want to also reiterate on that because it is super true. It is super, super true. I have seen some people being bearish on CRO because there is low trading volume. And that's the case. But if you take a look at the actual Crypto.com roadmap, we might be getting a bit more actual volume. And let me show you the roadmap first. I think we'll get a lot more volume once this is live. Cortex AI. Cortex AI. It is the biggest secret that we as a CRO firm do not know about yet. And Chris is super, super stoked about this. Apologies. Apologies. Cortex AI is going to be, I think, bringing a lot of volume to the CRO token and also to the Cronos chain. The tariffs imposed by Mexico and Canada are peanuts. I don't know. I think 25%. I do not know which goods though, Marity. I don't know which goods they will be placing tariffs on. It's a really bad time for this. Super Bowl is around the corner and they want to impose about 25% tariffs. Try that on avocados from the nachos you will be eating. Right. I think Mexico is one of the biggest producers of like food. So vegetables, fruits. Every import tariff, right, is going to massively, I think at least, be felt in the Walmart or in any other shop, right? At least that's my understanding. I don't live there, but I think as well that I live in the EU, and I think it's a matter of time, not if but when. Not if but when. When will we get those trading tariffs in the EU from the US? But okay. It's an interesting story though. It's a really interesting story. Like I mentioned, the US has a big trading deficit. And I think it's somewhat good as well to have some more production in your own country. Especially for strategic resources. Let's say for example, batteries, right? You don't want to be completely reliant on China or EU or any other country for battery production. Having said that though, we're all still reliant on, I think Congo. Congo has the largest reserves of cobalt and lithium. Oh well. In the end, we're all still reliable on on a few countries. Where's the bottom for the rainbow chart? Severo is asking. The rainbow chart stops at 8% right now, or 8 cents. 8 cents. 8 cents. That's the lowest we could go potentially for CRO. But I think, like I talked about earlier, I think this is the most likely outcome. We already have seen quite a bounce. So right now, if you bought, I talked about this in my tweet, right? So please, guys, do follow me at the Coin Baron. Where are we? I did mention, I completely mentioned this target. 10.8. 10.8. So make sure you do follow me, because sometimes I have some alpha. Hey Bjorn, still busy today, but looking forward to the recording later. Have a good one, Bjorn. Have a good one. Have a good one. Artem Bella. Coin Baron, when do you think the mega pump will be? When we'll have old season? Will it be February, March, or October, November this cycle? Good question, Artem. Good question. I think it's a bit hard to really say. So I think altcoin season is actually quite a long period, as you can see here. So altcoin season begins, I would say, with the breakdown of Bitcoin dominance, right? But then we really had altcoin. I think the real gains were felt here in this period. In this period, people felt really good with their altcoins. So that really lasted from April 2021 until May 2023. Quite a long time. I think altcoin season will start, and I think we can kind of see it. I think we can kind of see it as like we have altcoin years, or we have an altcoin year, and we got 3 Bitcoin years in a 4-year cycle. If your question is when will CRO moon, I've always said the most likely outcome is that CRO will moon in Q4 2024, like it has done in the previous cycle. But the only issue, ladies and gentlemen, is that we do not have that much data, right? This is only the second cycle. So when I hear people saying like Coin Baron, $1, that's not going to be broken this cycle. You're an influencer, just filling your own bags. Like, dude, we only have one cycle. That cycle went to about $1. I think it is very possible that we go back to $1. And that's also why I have this channel where I talk about this with a lot of passion. I'm really in here to change my life. I'm here to change, hopefully, yours life as well. With a bit of education, but of course you have to do your own research. And I think part of that own research is that we sometimes go down about 50%. That's part of the job, right? Part of the journey. Last time, guys, we went down 61%. Last time we went down 61%. So far, we're down. How far are we down? About 50%, right? We talked about it earlier. 50% down. John, smash the like button. Yes, please. Marty, US exports to Canada and Mexico as a percentage of GDP are under 2%. It is really just theatrics from Mexico and Canada. So US exports to Canada. Ah, okay. Interesting. So Canada and Mexico won't have much to gain from this. Interesting. I heard that about 40% of all imports is coming from Canada, China, and Mexico. But yeah, the other way, I haven't really thought about the other way around. It's a good one, Marty. Thanks. By the way, guys, this stream is sponsored by WoolSwap. We talked about the hack, really. The hack of MeowSwap. The hack of CrowCrash. I try to do my due diligence as good as I can. I do not read the contracts myself, like, for example, Destruction does here. We have confirmation that WoolSwap is not attacked or not impacted by this. They have their own in-house developers. And I don't know what I think about this comment. So if you guys don't follow Ken Timsit, do please. Ken Timsit is the head of Cronos Labs. He's the boy responsible for pumping Crow in the end. And he is talking about this as well. No, did he delete it? Oh, I think he deleted it. Oh. Ken deleted it. Maybe I still have the post. Let's go to Jojo. I think he deleted it. Yeah, post is unavailable. So what Ken told here is, please guys, don't use a project with non-technical founders. We got a good question here by Papa Bigfoot. How is your main city adventure going so far? If you guys don't know, this is Main City. It is the game by the Load Alliance, the biggest NFT collection really for Crypto.com. And this is their game. They recently started with a new season, the Great War it's called. And right now, actually, I started off quite well. I started off doing crazy. I think it was rank 5 for the first few hours at least. But right now, I'm dropping like a brick. I'm dropping like a brick. So the biggest issue right now is my cash. How are you doing, Papa? How are you doing? In the actual leaderboard, I'm still top 200. Let's take a look if we can find Papa. Papa's number 53. Can we attack him? We can. Oh, attack hit rate is about 1%, guys. So do not attack people that are way off your rank. So in order to balance out the implementation of tariffs, Trump should, and I think has hinted at lowering income taxes. Not just income taxes at Karl. I think they also thought about, you know, removing capital gains tax for crypto. So sometimes we get Donald Pump, sometimes we get Donald Dump, really. Today was Donald Dump. Today was Donald Dump, ladies and gentlemen. And it's fine to, you know, sometimes feel the sentiment, right? It's fine to be a bit emotional. Keeps us human. Keeps us human. And also sometimes it is good if you really feel bad about today, right? I couldn't care less. I honestly couldn't care less about 11 cents CRO. Because I know fundamentally CRO has a good value prop, right? CRO is a good value prop. AI agents, stablecoin, own chain, Visa cards, level up, stocks. The value prop is crazy. So I know I'm fine. And this is only temporary. This is only temporarily, guys. Zoom out about 9 months. I think you guys will be drinking cocktails at a pool in Dubai or somewhere. Papa, you don't want to smoke. Nope. Sorry, guys. This probably also won't be a very long stream today, but we will go through all the questions today. Definitely, because I'm still feeling ill. It's a good thing, though, what you mentioned, Mr. Karl. Hello, Coin Baron Andrew is asking, are there any updates for the USA CDC exchange to have a leverage trading for customers? I know the CDC app has this option already. I think it's on the roadmap. I definitely think it's on the roadmap there, Andrew. Yeah, here we go. Crypto. Margins derivatives. Margin derivatives. So that's leverage. It is planned for Q4 2025. So unfortunately, Andrew, I don't think you can really make advantage of this for this upcoming bull run. But if you feel, comfortable with shorting, this is a great opportunity, a great time to actually start shorting, I guess. By the way, actually, this might be actually coming right in time because I'm still believing, guys. I'm still believing that. Let's say we pump in Q4, right? The pump in Q4 is not going to be this. It's going to be this, and then this, and maybe then this. Maybe it's a head and shoulder pattern, who knows? It's going to be parabolic, that's what I know. It actually might be quite a potential pattern we might be following. It will be crazy. I can promise you that much. Let me make a screenshot of this. This might actually be coming true in this year. Hey, what's up, Big Crypto? Buying the sale. I really like how everyone is right here just saying discount, discount this, discount this. It's not FUD. I mean, I think it's good to blow off some steam, guys. It's okay to go on Twitter and say, I'm sad today. But don't overdo it, please. It's not changing anything big. So we got trading wars. I think, guys, we're not done yet with these trading wars. Make sure you follow the S&P 500 tomorrow. S&P 500. I believe that Bitcoin has done a pre-dump today. Bitcoin has done a pre-dump today. But tomorrow, this is opening up once more. And I think in the pre-opening, we might already see quite a dip. We might already see quite a dip for the S&P 500. Companies are not really happy with trading towers in general. VA Freak, happy Sunday, dude. No worries, Autumn. No worries. The EU has a surplus in trade for goods, but the US tech companies dominate the service solutions in the EU. EU might lose this as a leverage, yeah. You're exactly right, PZK. What I see in business here is people are using Salesforce, people are using, how's it called once more? A Pega, people are using all kind of software as a service applications from the US. It's not much homegrown here. It's not much homegrown here. Make sure you guys should follow the S&P 500 tomorrow. I think it will be in the news. We have already seen Nvidia going down crazy last week, based on the deep sea debacle. The issue with Nvidia here is that they think they can do a lot more with less computational power. So no need to order a magnitude of thousands and thousands of AI GPUs, right? Sorry, apologies. Do you have any info when the quarterly burning of CRO will be and in what quantity? Quantity is unknown, but it will be variable based on the current market conditions and how when it will start is Q4 2025. I've got a video on my channel, Artem, if you want to watch. It is called I lost the name for it. Cronos roadmap. Cronos roadmap. It's good. Edgar is asking, what's your CRO price prediction? Well, according to my A-ball, it's exactly $2.71. And I see a lot of people talking about $2.71. Nah, it's, I think $2.71 is a bit too high. It does fit in the ranges here of the rainbow chart. So my belief is, guys, and I've always been quite transparent about this, is that basically it is in between those two levels here. In between, this has 6. No way. About $4. About $4 here. In between $4 and about $1.15. The good news is this dip allowed me to buy, and now I have 10% as many CRO as you have. The bad news, though, I'm out of cash. Oh man, I know that position. I always want more cash. I probably should do more short-term trading, right? Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry, guys. VA Freak. If the majority of CRO holders have it staked... wait. If the majority of CRO holders have it staking with diamond hands, why does he seek pressure daily? Is it the rewards? Ah, so where's the sell pressure coming from? I think it is definitely partly... It is definitely partly the... how's it called? It's partly the daily rewards on the Visa card, so people might be selling off a bit. But it is also people just going back to Bitcoin, right? And in my belief, ladies and gentlemen, it is one of the worst times to go from CRO to Bitcoin. It is one of the worst times to go from CRO to Bitcoin. There's a bad exchange. CRO, BTC. CRO, Bitcoin. Again, I made this picture. I made this picture again. We might have something like this here. I think I made this picture a week ago. We might see another double bottom here for CRO Bitcoin. But I do want to remind you that the potential upside is so big for CRO Bitcoin. I think we're talking at least 500%. Oh, Severo. We don't talk about shitcoins here. Actually, no. I do believe that Melania might go to $50 in a full retail market. So, Financial Freedom is asking a few questions right now. And let me go to the roadmap to answer those questions. What will the CRO stablecoin be like? And in what way will CRO be used in the stablecoin? I think the most clear use case here is that this Crypto.com stablecoin, it's called the Crypto.com stablecoin, and we have some rumors, guys, that it's called 1S1C USD1. Let me show it to you. 1S1C. Again, let's go back to the AMA with Chris. Here it is, right? Here it is. This is 1S1C. A Crypto.com MiCA compliant stablecoin, and it's called USD1. And here they say, now you can start paying out card rewards in USD1 instead of CRO. Wait a minute, guys. Paying out card rewards in USD1 instead of CRO? We're just talking about sell pressure, right? This might completely reduce sell pressure. If people get USD anyways. So what will it be? It will be basically a stable coin on the Cronos network. It will take you 1 second to send it, and it will cost you about 1 cent to send it over. The second, will the ETF for CRO require CRO to be taken out of circulation for it? That kind of depends if it's a futures ETF or a spot ETF, and I think it will be a spot ETF. If it's a spot ETF, they need to have actual Cronos in their ETF wallets. So that will require CRO to be taken out of circulation. Well, taken out of circulation, it will be transformed really into an ETF. And is there any update on the burn formula? Not yet. No update yet, unfortunately. Nikki is asking about ETH. Well, as we talked about in the beginning, Nikki, the big thing with ETH is it was rejected here at this trend line, this downward trend line here. And that's kind of unfortunate because right now we're also below the 50-day. Although we might still be recovering a bit today. The day's not over yet. We still have some hours left. But why is Bitcoin falling? Nikki's also asking. Well, trading tariffs. Bitcoin falls below 100k following Donald Trump imposing import tariffs. Nikki has a long in ETH. Okay, it might be a good long entry. I still believe, guys, within the next few months, ETH will go to about 5,000. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin is about 100k, almost double the previous all-time high. Where's ETH? Let's say it's half the previous all-time high. So much opportunity here. But it all depends on Bitcoin dominance. Can we see a big pump in Bitcoin tomorrow? I think we have to take in and watch the S&P 500 open tomorrow, Nikki. I think a pump might be a bit premature. When you said USD1 in regard to the CRO stablecoin, what do you mean? Users could be paid out in USD1 instead of CRO? Yeah, that was what the people told in the tweet here. Now you can start paying out Karl rewards in USD1 instead of CRO. So you got about 3 or 5% cashback on your CRO card or your crypto.com card. You might be getting that back in USD1. That means CRO has nothing to do with it. Yeah, well, it's running on the Cronos chain, right? It's running on the Cronos chain. It's an on-chain stablecoin. And I've been talking a bit about this. So this will be running on the Cronos ecosystem because there will be a Cronos burn. There will be Cronos burns happening in Q4 as well. So a bit after the implementation really of the Cronos stablecoin, the crypto.com stablecoin. Sorry. Oh. No, Nikki, I cannot help you financially, unfortunately. I can only tell you what I do myself. But yeah, the more volume we get on the Cronos chain, maybe with this stablecoin, the more CRO will be burned. Will it be backed by Cronos? I think that will be scary. They won't do that. They won't back it with Cronos. And why will they not do that? Well, it's a MiCA compliant stablecoin. A MiCA compliant stablecoin means there needs to be a one-to-one backing with an actual US dollar, or with an actual euro, or with an actual this or that. So no, I've seen some people tweet about this. It will not be backed by Cronos. And that's not per se a bad thing, because we do know that dollars are stable, and you can love or hate CRO, but Cronos is not a stable coin. It's very risky in its nature. It is very risky in its nature. Sell and wait for April. Isn't it like wait for May and go away or something like that, Cap? Maybe though. I think in general, guys, it is still for me the case that wake me up when September ends. Wake me up when September ends. A big like here, isn't it? So here we got September. This was the September time frame. After September, we went up about 100% for Bitcoin. So CoinBaron, what's your selling strategy? I think I will do a small pack of CRO like at about every 5 cents. Starting at about 80 cents. What about you? I need to think about this. It's really bad, honestly. It's really bad, Solid Snake. I'm gonna tell you right now. But for me, the main goal is to become a millionaire this year or next year. Oh, let's hope this year, guys. Let's hope this will be a normal cycle. So I wanna sell a bit when I become when we get to $1, right? I think the $1 time frame, the $1 target is still a good time to start diversifying a bit. And I don't know. I have to think about this. Let me come back to this in an actual video, Solid Snake. What do you think about Trump USD? Is there any possibility of it pumping? I have no clue. I think Trump already had quite a pump. The Trump bump. Okay, guys, I want to get back to, of course, the roots of this series. This series is called the Weekly Close. These series are called the Weekly Close. Looking at this here, it is exactly kind of what we've done here, right? We retest this line, but what we do see is that we kind of retest this line a few times. So will next week be a lot more pumpy? I do not believe so. My personal conviction right now is that March will be better. I think it will be most likely that for like week 2, Feb, we stay in this range. Week 3, we stay in this range. Week 4, just before we enter March, might be going when we go back here to the blue zone. It's also kind of if you follow this exact structure, right? But I have to say again, history doesn't always repeat, but it often does rhyme. And Trump kind of rugged. I don't know. Still, guys, he has about 80% of the supply. I'm still talking about, what is it called? A 30 billion? A 30 billion fully diluted market value? I never touched Trump with a 6-foot pole. I couldn't really. It was too risky. I think, isn't Trump right now below 20 cents? Let me quickly check. I mean $20. Yeah, it's almost at $20. Again, guys, for Bitcoin, I think it might be the same a bit more. We might be having a slow bleed. The week isn't closing that favorably for CRO Bitcoin. And Bitcoin itself, it is interesting. I saw some tweets about Bitcoin and weekend trading. And some people say it is massive manipulation. Some people say it's massive manipulation. So far, guys, we're still having a higher low for Bitcoin. I would say... yeah, here it is. Get me this line. This is quite beautiful, isn't it? It kind of retests this first pump. The first pump from Bitcoin going to about that 100k level. It is right at that level, and I think it kind of makes sense also looking at this here. So this also started, the last time it started a nice rally here from about 98 to about 102. So this is actually quite decent close. It is the highest close, I think. No, not the highest close in February. Of course not. Well, this will be the highest close in February 2025 so far. This is good though. MK, what's up, man? How are you doing? I'm ill, dude. I'm ill. Bags are going down. Headache. No, it's all fine. I want to give a quick shout out, people, to everyone still in here listening to me. People still listening to me. Make sure you also follow along with our journey, really, in Main City. Quite a fun game. You can still earn, I think, quite a bit of money as well. Oh yeah, of course, with the dump, a lot of US dollar has been vanished here. One question though, a very important question. I am planning to contact the Cronos Labs team regarding following topic and would like to hear your opinion. Well, shoot, man, MK, shoot. Please shoot. Also, I've been buying some NFT lands here. Don't know if you guys saw how cool this looks. These NFT lands are called Molten Caverns. So to me, it feels a bit like the area of Mordor. The area of Mordor where we got Frodo and Bilbo. Not Bilbo. Sam. We've got Sam here. Oh, we got Sam and we got Frodo walking through to toss the ring in Mount Doom. Billy C4, a VeChain prediction. I have no clue about VeChain. Cronos max supply is on CoinMarketCap display as blank, which means unlimited, but it's not true because when you check the max supply on the Crypto.com app, it displays a max supply of 30 billion. It's even less these days, MK. It's even less because we have had the burn, of course. Talking about the burn, by the way. Let's burn EOS. We should have a burn soon. So we already have burned about 150 million CRO. So the actual max supply is 29 billion 850 million CRO. And yeah, you're right. You're right, MK. It should be less. It should be less. Please reach out. But I think you can also just I don't know. I think Cronos Labs might have to do that themselves. On that note though, I see a message by John. Awesome live today, Coin Baron. White again, 100% on point. Crow Nation is strong. Crow Nation is weak today. Sentiment is low. But you guys keep up the cheers, right? You guys keep up the cheers. Guys, zoom out. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the week tomorrow. New day of work. New day of pumps. New week of dumps. Let's close the week. Bye-bye.